So right. How's it going, folks? Didn't realize that people were going to want me to play Genshin Impact for 3 days in a row. So here I am. Rocking like a hurricane. Here I am. There is the unseen... I'm sorry, did something happen to Razor? It starts 2 days from now. Oh, look at that. We also have to complete the story quest for him. Fucking great. I love it. Why are they now making those story missions mandatory? It used to be you could just do them if you wanted to. But they didn't add anything other than, like, backstory to the character. Now, some of the stuff you have to do, you don't have a choice. Like the Raiden Shogun fight, and the Raiden Shogun thing, and Urataki Ito, and who the fuck is this, what's her name's brother? Is this Ayaka's brother? Oh shit. Umbrabilis Orcus. It's like if they actually gave us something at the end of it, like the character themselves, I'd be more interested in it. But no, you have to complete them because it's part of the story. There's something in them that can't be done if you don't go with the stories. Like, apparently you can't fight the Raiden Shogun, even though you already fought the Raiden Shogun, if you don't complete the story. What kind of bullshittery is this? Spend a total of 500,000 Mora. Easy enough. Let me level up a couple characters. That's one thing that I never really understood. Why does leveling up a character cost Mora?
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Party set up. Switch to my main squad.
I await your instruction.
And Noel.
As you wish.
I just realized it's not going to work very well. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I think until I can actually level up these guys, I'm gonna have to keep my party set to the DPS setup.
A walk would be nice.
Primarily these two.
There's still a long road ahead.
Swap you. Backlash.
I trust you.
And our resident healer.
Let the wind lead.
Hey! Hello, Sin. How are you? Not farming. I'm going to be doing quests, real story missions, and also my daily commissions. But welcome to the stream. How you doing? I did farming yesterday.
Stabilize.
Not doing good? Ooh, that's not... What's wrong? I'm doing alright. Mostly tired. That's why I've got the bang. My energy drink of choice. Unfortunately, I'm not sponsored by them, so... Oh, hey, I just... I was so close to my adventure rank. Holy shit. Very nice. But what's wrong with you? That's not what I wanted. Alright, whatever.
Starfall! Shake!
My friend and family doesn't like me, so I'm not allowed to see her anymore. Dad blocked me through every contact. Can't call her, text her, to see her. That sucks.
Rise.
Yeah, my girlfriend's family doesn't really care too. Well, some of her family doesn't really care too much for me. Some of them like me. Some of them don't. They all seem to be bipolar about it. So. Yeah, hopefully you can get through this. Sometimes families are hardest to convince to like you, and sometimes you just can't do it. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. I just saw how low the energy was. I'm glad I didn't do that. Haven't done anything wrong. It sometimes happens like that. Sometimes you don't have to do anything wrong, and they just don't like you from the get-go. I've had that happen on a few occasions. For some of my exes.
Gather! Order guide you. Stabilize.
Rumble apart!
This is order.
Don't know if you should move on, be patient and wait. Talk to your girlfriend the best you can. We'll see what she says. Because sometimes it's easier to move on, sometimes it's better to wait. But communication is one of the most important things in any relationship. Just because a few adults decide, oh well, we don't like you, so you're not allowed to be with her. It's like, that doesn't mean a damn thing.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
If one of you two decides whether it's worth things. Not a problem. I can't say how helpful it's going to be, anything that I've said, but it's really amazing to get advice from you, because you've been through this. I have no idea what those stars are supposed to be. Said this is someone else, but your advice is the one that makes sense and helps. I try to use logic with any advice that I give, but at the same time, I know it's not always going to work. So I try to give general advice that is most likely to help someone find the right way to go about things. I've had some people come back to be pissed off, though, so... Oh, it is this that found me. Sir, how dare you? Oh, thank you for the follow.
Starfall!
Trifecta of damage.
I will have order. Solidify.
Ah, shit. Your device gives me help. I'm glad I could be of assistance.
Shake!
Poor Beto. Come back to life. She still loves me. It's just her father wants me out of her life for no reason. Yeah. I've had that once. He originally tried to scare me away. Didn't work. Then she broke up with me. Mom doesn't have a problem with me. Ah, it's just the dad. That's an overprotective dad for you. It does happen, so, and it is unfortunate when it does. But
Stabilize.
it doesn't really mean too much overall.
Order guide you.
Kill as many of these as I can.
I will have order.
That was a lot of stuff there.
Gather. Solidify.
Sir, how dare you?
Take this! Crumble apart!
Stabilize.
Really? Why did... How dare. Okay. Now to come down here and talk to the Adventurers Guild. If you ever farm again, I would join. What world level are you? Sorry about missing that message. I may be branch master, but I'm not well acquainted with the guild's day-to-day business. As she talks to Zhongli. You know, Rex Lapis. So I don't really know any of the newcomers. Having said that, you're no newcomer at all, are you? Look like a seasoned adventurer to me. In which case, maybe there's something you can help me with. Besides, though, this is not a guild quest, but a personal commission. I'll take it. It's highly unwise to accept a commission without examining the details first. Your commission, should you choose to accept it, is to defeat 2 strong hilichurls who bear giant shields. They are infused with geoenergy, not terribly dangerous, but you should still proceed carefully. Defeat them, come and find me afterwards, and fairly compensated. And if you come across anything sword-related, bring it back for me. Interesting. Ba-da-ba. Always stay hydrated. Yeah. Hey guys.
That tingle?
You are going to cause... Why are you not attacking the one enemy I want you to attack? Thank you.
Gather! This is order. Stabilize.
Power that ended Python!
Solidify.
Go as one! Wind, hear me!
Quake. I got careless.
There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Well, hello there. Yep. I can get another story key. Gimme. Unlock that. Now I can complete this and unlock the next story thing for the interlude once I finish that. Catherine is busy completing the cleansing light. Oh, okay.
Ad Astra Abbot. Thank you for
Commission.
complete.
Woo!
Ad Astra.
Gonna go eat? Alright. Enjoy your food. Let me know how it is.
Ad Astra.
I had a few slices of pizza, because throughout the day I was eating. And I wasn't really doing a lot of movement. Because driving is most of my job right now. Need to make sure to balance it out properly. I'm still working on it. There we go. Alright, do this. Complete that and that. Battle Pass 10. Yay, another quaint fate. Nope.
Every jerk.
There we go. Damn it.
Has his final day. Don't rush.
Should I save this money?
Alright. Was there anything else that I needed to do before I get started on those quests? I don't think so. So let me go ahead and get started on that. I still have to do this. Woo! Hello, Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyss. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Of course.
Well,
what
let
are
me
we here
go over
for?
it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
I'm
Rift Towns?
sorry?
On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
I
Good.
believe I understand.
Then you can see
So-
that this case is very urgent.
Is the Tenryu Commissioner with...
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, their main priority is to protect the civilian population. So they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monster. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Make some whelps yelp.
You have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't...
Relax. We'll be back. The sacred Sakura...
Alright. Teleport up here.
Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachi Rusato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson!
And I will teach them the lesson. With the power of God and anime on my side. Quite literally. Whee! This is gonna suck.
You're attacking Sacred Sakura! Stop them!
I will have order.
Ha! Starfall!
Oh. Hello. Sir... Sir, I need you to get out of that wall.
Drop!
There we go.
Stabilize.
Barbados, guide us.
This is order.
Eyes on me!
Rumble apart! Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
I will have order.
Go as one! Starfall!
Solidify.
I hate these things so much.
Torn to oblivion!
Hello, Shogun.
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two.
It's the Shogun.
It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
What are you doing here?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come.
Uh-oh.
Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Ah.
Makes sense.
Okay, so
you
it
must
is I.
get super bored being stuck all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself?
Fair.
Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
Doesn't
If
seem
the
like
Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard.
Oh. Rift Hounds would tear their way through most of the front line, and whoever survived was too worn out to be taken down.
Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
500 years ago, Conria.
So you've heard of it too?
Less heard of, more was there for.
That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Wait.
Guess you can't argue.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Company. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Yeah, first let me heal up our main DPS because he doesn't need to be going down anytime soon. There it is.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd... But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Okay. She doesn't like it. Hey, you
I
good?
can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
What exactly happened?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed
This is what
in
happened
darkness.
500 years ago.
Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you.
But look, none of that seems to be going on
Oh
around here.
no, this is what Conria was fighting against. Or what Conria summoned against them. I have a feeling it was something that Conria was fighting against. An enveloping darkness around the world trying to wipe out humanity. The only nation not protected by a deity decided to take it upon themselves to defend themselves using ruin guards against those things. And the gods struck it down. Or at the very least, the unknown god did.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've...
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
What if when she did that, she accidentally struck down the Watatsumi snake? What if that wasn't initially intended, and she just took the responsibility of it with it? Oh, that'd be bad. Oh, that would connect so much.
Calm down.
Over.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
You're still living in a bygone age.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun. Yes, we were right to place our trust. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
They want the nation to last an eternity. They don't want
What's
the
wrong
entire
with him?
place to stay the same as it has from
He's gone.
an age gone.
Paimon can't
So
even
far.
begin to understand what that was all about.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precise. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat.
Tried talking to her, but now her dad has her phone and talking to me. to know what happens. Alright, make sure to tread lightly. Biggest thing to keep in mind is to the dads of let me get my words right. When it is the father of the girl you are trying to date, the biggest thing that he's interested in is the wellness of his daughter. He just said stop talking to her. Right. Oy vey. Dads like that can be so difficult. How am I supposed to respond to that? There's not really much that you can say in response to that that's not going to cause problems. Unfortunately, I can't really advise very well on the subject regardless. I am not a love counselor. If you have a different way to keep in contact with her, I'd say use that and just find ways to work around the fact that her dad doesn't want you talking to her. Otherwise, you have to rely on her. Everything relies on her. I know, but appreciate you a lot. Not a problem.
But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
It's like at this point, it's really up to your girlfriend on how to proceed, and it's going to... It's unfortunately going to be up to her to find a way to get him convinced to let her talk to you. Or let you talk to her. But if you can find ways around...
Inazuma was attacked at the same time
to
as
circumvent
when the disaster
dealing with
happened
him
in Karia?
with contacting her, that's really the only way to keep in contact with her. And figure out how to proceed.
Indeed.
If she's worth it,
monsters suddenly appeared
then
throughout all of Inazuma.
keep going.
In the end,
That's the biggest thing. He has her
Kitsune
phone.
Saiku
Always blocked
sacrificed
me.
her life
I found
to
a
protect
way
the
to
people.
talking to her. Now he found out again. He just told me to stop talking to her. Yeah. Sounds like he's... I don't know. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. Sorry
I
to hear
never
that.
had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like... But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined.
Hey,
Yes. For the longest time, all my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish
No, you're not
monsters,
ruining my day. I was tired all day.
helpless against the ravages
My
of
sleep
time,
ruined my day.
powerless
Or
to keep
lack
the ones
thereof.
I cherished alive. But
Stuff like this happens.
after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for this. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I... As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on... I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
Why do I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight the puppet that she had sealed herself within?
He's taking
For
all this
ages.
pretty hard.
Come on.
And she's going to take over a more hands-on approach to handling everything on Inazuma. Hold on. Where is this one? Mention if she's worth it. She's worth it. Before I met her, people treated her bad, and she was a mess. She met me, she told me even the mom saw her get better and became happy because of me. And I don't want to lose her because no one has ever loved me and accepted me for who I am. Don't want to lose...
I do hope the Knights of
Dad just
Favonius
wants
are
to know
all
me.
working hard.
He's going the old... From the way it's being described to me, it sounds like he's going the old route of overprotective father.
Expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me.
I'm sorry. Where are they? Are they down here? No, they're not. Excuse me, Rift Hounds, can you come back? Ah.
Illusion shattered! Ha! 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 Now you shall perish!
Oh, really?
Shine down!
Thank you for letting me open up and say this because I really need to talk to nobody else to tell us. That's fair.
There is no escape!
It can sometimes be difficult to find people to talk to about stuff like that. I have a tendency to be an open ear for a lot of people I know, both in
Something
and
seems
out of
wrong
my
with
life. You're overexerting yourself, aren't you?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
So what you're saying is you're holding back significantly to a point that you could take severe damage from it.
Ah, makes sense! The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
That's a blind old man.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun.
Watch your
What brings
profanity.
you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle
Hey,
in a
Nairos.
distant
How's it
land.
going?
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's...
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
You hit the wrong one.
Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea.
It happens.
He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all,
what should we do?
I want to learn more about the past.
Oh!
Also playing Genshin Impact.
yeah.
Nice. I'm doing story quests
There's
right now.
monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life.
That's fair.
But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Sounds like this is the other half of the Shogun.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So,
I like
never
Furiyama.
mind, eh?
Said that he can only appear here.
Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look, the almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
I really like him.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. Can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
I really like this guy. I'm gonna miss him when he's gone.
Find a tea set. Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time...
Man, they're already going to be ripping away
I'm
a
also
new
feeling very
character.
nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we...
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellence?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The Almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Now that brings up another question. Are we going to fight the puppet? Or are we going to fight the memory of her sister?
They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words,
change is eternal.
Eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Yeah, he kind of needs to return back to the afterlife. I'm sure he's got a date with someone over there on the other side. Oops.
Hey, he wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself.
Or perhaps the ley line.
So, we didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Paimon, please stop being an empath to
The
my feelings
information
about
held
it.
in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Let's make our own tea.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Oh no, she's gonna try and cook.
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu.
She died in that disaster too.
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me.
Yeah, she was at Conria, so was the Crimson Witch, who she killed, the Knight Commander, and I think the person who was actually commanding at the time, like the current Knight Commander, not Jean. And the person that they were actually the right-hand person for, I believe, were also at Conria, according to the information on the site that I found.
Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was... Yes. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do was enter into her mind. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
I think there were like 2 other people that
As a
might have been
testament
at
to that
Conria.
decision, I saved her realm of consciousness.
Oh yeah,
just
and
before it
I think
collapsed
Luke's
completely,
dad,
and brought it back
who
to
died during the
Inazuma.
whole process.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about.
Why so sad?
No one questioned it.
It's
And
very
yet,
sad.
its presence contrasted
There's a
so
lot of
starkly
dark
with the
history to
area
this
as
game.
I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have
And
noticed
the
it
only
appear
centerpiece
suddenly
to
out of
the
thin air.
entire thing is Conria, which we can't even go to right now.
In the end,
I'm
I
wondering if
simply
that's
had
where
to
the end of the
accept
game is
that
going
it
to
was a
take
miraculous
place at.
effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Brother? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma. So...
Oh, well, boy. Both of you have experienced
with this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
That's cool.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Really, game? They didn't go up, did they? They couldn't have. Here's some more. Yes, let me get a huge close look at this.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Something's wrong.
Shine down! There is no escape!
Something's wrong.
I'm fine.
You're overexerting yourself.
Torn to oblivion!
Oh my god, stop.
Illusion shattered! Shine down! My apology.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
What have we got this time?
Where am I?
Fujiki?
Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency? We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming back for more! Let's get them!
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never—
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
An unwavering commitment to resistance.
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
I like that.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
To ashes!
Go as one!
I swear by my sword!
Oh. Firm.
Ha! 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 Go as one!
Come on.
Solidify! Order guide you.
Starball! Go as one! Shake! Drop!
Stabilize!
Wind, hear me!
I will have order!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come.
Yeah, about that. We have no business disrupting the reality they are experiencing.
Just leave it to us. Fighting. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the Almighty.
Oh, thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live.
About that.
With you leading
Bad
us,
phrasing.
we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will.
She doesn't get out often enough to be able to shake out the ridges that have started forming.
You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to punch.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place. She seems to have changed a lot. Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
Are you fighting with yourself?
It looks like the situation... No need. She is calling me. The time has come. I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
We're fighting her past self. Fuck. We thought she was strong before. We're gonna be fucked. Hi, hello, pardon me. Hello, Sacred Sakura. I still need to get 3 more before I can sit. There's water
We're
here.
finally here.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
Oh, so I was right. We're fighting her sister. Fuck, that's even worse.
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is...
Follow me.
Where are we
As if we had a choice. Fuck, I've got Beto in my party. She's not gonna be much use.
Paimon's dizzy. Where do we get sucked into this?
Dodge
Whoa.
left. Dodge right. Duck.
Look, it's another A.
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Oh, I was right initially. We're fighting the puppet.
Wait, Paimon knows that?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity.
I know, right?
You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait. The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse. Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
This is her system to safeguard against modifications to eternity.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this. It's a bit extreme.
Paimon, you don't understand anything if you think this is extreme. I've heard of people actually duking it out with like 7 different versions of themselves in their head, trying to figure out what to do, what they're doing is right, or a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
Hey, this is someone who leaves herself an escape route. Sounds about right.
But they both just want the best for
I'm on a
humans,
child
Mom.
only food in her mind. Paimon, a child, only food in her mind.
My form
Yes.
is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
You are nothing more than a lump in the road, and we're about to run you through.
And I
Bitch.
am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
You face the wrong way when you're doing that now.
Now you shall perish, strike dead. The kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
This world, a fleeting shadow. Ha! Inazuma shines eternal! Be gone! Shine down! Ha! Weak. Ha! Illusion shattered! Ha! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Torn to oblivion. Absurd. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
No.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
But even so, she can still go down.
Then, does that mean this is...
Maybe. But I have to
I love that.
My present
Maybe.
will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
And what will happen to Inazuma in the meantime?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time I learned to trust them.
But can you bear to leave humanity to go alone? Everyone looks to you for hope.
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear.
Do I need to call in Yaima?
I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Hey, don't you dare. God damn it. Am I gonna have to whoop both their asses? Because I will slap a bitch. When they deserve it, I will slap a
got
bitch.
kicked out. Oh, what do we do? She was making Shogun's rules, but still.
I feel like Yai's not going to just let her just keep fighting underneath the frickin' sanctuary in Sakura Tree.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen.
We're not about to leave her just yet.
Yeah, we should help. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the well, whatever. We can't let any... Oh, but we also can't... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel time on now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
We need to talk to Yai.
Oh,
Did you
right.
forget?
Paimon nearly forgot about her.
God damn it, Paimon.
Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. Alright, up the mountain we go.
Paimon. She literally told us that she's the one who taught the Shogun how to place her spirit inside of an object. Of course she knows. Good lord. For the love of all things holy and unholy. Also, I need to swap out Beto. Sorry, Beto, you're not going to be able to do much.
Another bad one? No, let me try that.
Hi, I'm here for my fortune today. Here we go.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
Fair.
You're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
I want to get to the point already.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
Well, she rushed into it without thinking, and the duel is kind of more serious than anything else.
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
I didn't really notice much in the way of differences.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first.
You going for a walk, or are we just... Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and jump down. Don't miss it. I missed it! I'm sorry, that's just too fucking funny. Whee! There we go. Can I heal by just doing damage to this? Nope. I have to actually do damage to a monster. Alright.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts.
Oh. Well, that is just that.
In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Paimon. As a familiar, she has a permanent connection to her master at all times, so that she can actually go to her master on the off chance her master calls for her. In this way, she can technically open a gate to send us to her master, wherever she might be. That is how it works. Simple D&D basics. Because you can only send people to a place you know.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
I'm aware that she's a child.
This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
In your
Suit
dreams.
yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space.
Okay.
Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Otherwise, we might end up in the past. We're on the upside of the universe. Let's risk it.
Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
I will.
Miko, you better know what you're doing.
Paimon, now is not the time to be saying that.
That's enough chatter.
Jumping into the middle of a combat. I will slap a bitch. You will not stop me.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Make a flashy entrance. Sup, bitch? I came here to slap you around.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
Different plane of existence, time passing means nothing.
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost. And had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever.
I require food!
There is no escape! Witness the final calamity! Perish! Illusion shattered! Eternity is in my hand!
And the traveler shows up. Bloop!
This is the end. You have won.
Just a bloosh of Geo just sitting there.
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless. and I underestimated your spirit.
I love when shit like this
But a
happens.
will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future.
I'm sorry, I just find this
You
fucking
need
funny.
not worry about the future.
Oh
And
my
you
goodness.
aren't alone.
Trying to be serious and stare you in the face. Rock.
I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of
my
the
goodness.
myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens.
I happened to hit E after the Raiden Shogun was defeated, and I happened to be pulled away from the battle and the Traveler placed in replaced into the scene. So the E button that I pushed summoned the rock for the Traveler, and I made it into the cinematic. The cinematic conversation.
I feel something stirring
Oh my
within
goodness.
Musa. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto.
The previous.
Perhaps it can only
I love
respond to
how
me
it
with its
has
full
a little
power
notice
when I truly
about
understand
Makoto being
and
the
believe in
previous
her.
shogun.
When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hey, the spirit of
Hello, A. And
Makoto.
greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
Makoto?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me.
But... you never mentioned this to me.
Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness.
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore.
Oh.
In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me.
Yeah. Why do I have a feeling, I have a feeling I might have missed a comment made about the people in Conrail wanting to take on the gods themselves. And using the machines to do so.
See? You admit it.
Hmm?
It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. But it is you who must take the most important...
Is that a seed?
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
Interesting.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
Which is why everyone thinks that it was there the entire time.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that The reason for everything. It's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Yeah. Istaroth.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and
Okay, I need to look something up. Pardon me for a moment. Enjoy my background. A god with control over time and wind, and is likely one of the four shining shades of the Primordial One. She is known by a plethora of titles, including God of Moments, God of Time, Alternating Master of Time, or Ruler of Time, Kairos, the Thousand Winds of Time, or simply Thousand Winds, Tokyo Okami, and Undying Wind. Has been worshipped in Mondstadt and Enkanomiya, both before and concurrently with the rise of the Seven. Worship of Istaroth, or even knowledge of her existence, has all been but forgotten in Teyvat. Legacy has been steadily preserved through the phrases related to the winds of time. This is stuff you would only learn if you actually read the books, I'm guessing. Carvings on the sundial. Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. Stories brought on the wind will bloom in legends in due time. Scribe of Istaroth has written in Before Sun and Moon. Yeah. What the fuck is a primordial one? Progenitor god who allegedly came to Teyvat from another world, battled against and defeated the seven sovereign dragon lords who ruled over the old world. After its victory, it went on to create the heavens and earth for the sake of humanity. Once again, before sun and moon, primordial one may be Fanes. Primordial one may be the creator who has not yet returned, mentioned in the Traveler's character's details. The word Unu means one. It is a holy sword that is used for the Hilly Trill's concept of the gods of the original origin of life. Handy Handbook of Hilitrill Cultural Customs 2, 3 Great Martial Trials, and the Byakuyakoku Collection Volume 2. Good lord. The fuck is Fanes? Alright, well, that's it for looking at that. So pretty.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too.
You are part Kitsune, aren't you?
It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you
If not
re-entered
Kitsune,
it.
just flat
But in
out
that
pure
same time,
Kitsune.
centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Is that
At that
significant?
time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
We were only gone for 5 minutes. But because of the turbulence, we literally went to like 5... I say literally too much. We went quite far into the future of their fighting. So the eye that we're currently wandering around with may actually be another 500 to 1,000 years older by soul.
I thought
100 million,
time was
yeah,
the same on the
100
inside
million
and the
light
outside.
years to the soul.
So
What
it was
gallon?
a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
You made a crucial contribution, too.
I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
That look.
Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So that's that whole storyline done.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yai Miko said nothing of the sort. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about.
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort too. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
About the centuries
to
of
put it
glory.
bluntly, it was constant torture, with no end in sight. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times. Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills wouldn't. And through it all, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because... But now, I see that hers was a gaze...
If the people of the past deserved the god's attention...
Indeed. No longer... Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no negative For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's businesses.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell entrance tickets to the Grand Narukami Shrine in the future.
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Hey, how's it going? No. Alright, next up. Oni's evil.
Hi, Catherine. It's us.
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers... After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded...
Just another day on the job for us!
Why can't the Tenryu Commission resolve it on their
Allow
own?
me to explain. The Tenryu Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryu Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a get-
So let Paimon guess. It's up. No problemo. This does sound like a job.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki
He has a
Gang.
gang, but I have Paimon.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, but please ask around in the streets as well. Thank you. I will await your...
Rise up, golden soul!
Let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki.
Hey, Furuga.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. So, on the one hand, I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him
What
to
is
get
he usually up to?
You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang.
So, in other words, he's really no one that would actually cause problems.
If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Not likely.
Is it just Paimon, or is this...
I'm afraid that I don't have much else. Perhaps you could try asking around?
Okay, thanks.
Ito, what have you done? Who did you piss off? Is this the Fatui's doing again?
My store is open.
Swear to all things holy and unholy, I'll kick their asses from here to
Arataki
Timbuktu
Ito?
and back.
Huh? How can you be so...
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastard, maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to... Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at.
On purpose, though.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on.
Whoever the voice actress for her is needs a raise.
Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just...
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Not really what I expected to hear, to be
sound
honest.
like a bad guy at all.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, so I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has met...
Thanks for the info. Whoop.
Yeah, it sounds like possibly the Fatui decided to pin it on him.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission other...
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start.
He's protecting someone.
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be... As for his psychological motives, It's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the vision hunt. At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The vision hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on him.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring...
Thanks for all the info.
He's protecting someone.
Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street.
I can't... Fucking... Damn it. I gotta finish this damn thing now. Don't tell me I have to finish it so I can use it on him. Because I don't like using the ubiquity net. Hi. Okay, so I had to get that taken care of so I could go ahead and talk to her. I had to get one quest off of her so I could get the other quest on her.
Hello, we'd like to ask...
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryo Commission. But first, I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand.
How much more are we...
A one-off payment of 397,000 mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Yeah, about that. He's not going to be brought to justice, so you can forget about the 5%. As for the 397,000 more up front, we have your Omni Ubiquity Net that we're still testing out. You want to try that again?
Whoa! That's crazy!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid, and, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventurers Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see... Now then, to give you the full picture in this case...
Fairy tale style. Great!
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared, and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
Oh no.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little Blue Oni? Whatever happened to him?
I suppose the Blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the Crimson Oni remain now.
Yeah, about that.
But the Blue Oni...
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events, and that Arataki Ito is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful...
But how could he do that? After
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss?
Simple, he's defending someone.
According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose... Don't mention it. I'm just doing my duty.
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to...
Okay, but what's up with...
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, in fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Ito. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps he'd have better...
It's fine.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Sneaky. Let's head to Yashiori Island.
Please speak to President Song. I
No, I'm not working on that one. I need to complete this.
Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Why not see if you can track him down using... Look! Footprints! Let's see where they lead.
Oh.
There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward. There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead.
Now it wants to do this.
Wait! Could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can
Beans, no!
Are you okay? What should we do?
Don't be alarmed. It's just my... It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
Okay then.
Need a moment. Woo, that's better. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
I love their faces. You're allergic to beans. We have an entire bag. Would you like to see it?
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself. Nobody else.
And that's how you know he's lying.
As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back.
No way, mister!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to me.
Well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Paimon, really? Show some backbone.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop.
Uncle Ito!
Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages.
Huh? Who are they?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
Now I understand why Titan likes this guy.
Come on, just play along.
Shibidubidup. Get it?
Uncle Ito?
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will...
Yep, I'll be right there.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocked...
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you...
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friend and I need to step outside for a moment. That way...
What should we do? There is the kid to consider.
Right.
Oh, it's on! I like your style. Alright, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for 8. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might... You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back.
Yeah.
It's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
It is now storming.
But we're not the ones that will be playing.
Oh, yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate.
Okay, so he's...
Okay, let me see. There. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
luck. Well, hopefully they'll... Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here and take a look. My guts... Look! You see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto! Now that's what I'm talking about! Huh? Oh, what the... Ah, no! Not lavender melons! Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else. This is the one! This is the one! See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Onika. Yeah, it's on the smaller side. But, size isn't everything. Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of... Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy, and it might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard this? Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just... Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this...
Right here! Look, if we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one. What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter! It matches everything you said about a good pet. The one you guys found must be way bigger.
Paimon, the beetle capturer.
Oh, you...
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a
Oh, so...
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. Well, you know, that's just life. So many unrelated things have to come together.
As in pure luck?
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know. I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
I just want to know who he's defending. Why is he trying to protect someone? Who is he trying to protect?
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out.
Don't worry.
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimblenit.
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
That's a...
Oh, no! My little nimble ninja!
Ha! Looks like
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible!
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! All right, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong, but it's still no match for you, Stripey.
Alright, little guy. Use your Super Paimon Tornado!
That's a thing now?
No. I can't. Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon!
Boy, did that one put up a fight! Woo! I know a real beetle trainer when I see one.
See? Paimon's got real talent. Oh, right.
Hmm?
This is for you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
But will we ever be able to go?
Of course we will. Trust me. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya?
Good. The kid doesn't suspect it.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Kid's not stupid. I kind of figured. So's the grandma.
Huh?
Grandma's pretty smart.
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong, and not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life.
What's the story?
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? I'm,
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
Seems I can't hide it anymore.
Alright, so who have you been defending?
I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it.
Yeah, but you lied about it, so now they're after you. So who did it actually?
I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here.
Okay, and that is?
And the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
Freaking dragging it on.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Thank you.
Well, maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started.
We got that story.
If you're talking.
Oh, so you already know. Well.
So, is this?
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species.
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to.
So why did they exile themselves?
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with.
Fair.
If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions.
Huh? What were they?
Okay.
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves.
Fair.
Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride. After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine.
I see, but they looked well enough similar to you that they confused the two of you. That, or the humans are just a bunch of racist assholes and think all Oni look the same.
Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But that's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
I have a feeling the two of you are behind it still.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again.
Shouldn't have lied
I
to
never
us.
wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get... That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me... But if you're willing to believe me, then please.
I'll help.
Yep, Paimon too.
Can't let the innocent be accused.
Treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start, these two fine folks, they're just out here and... Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so,
Don't worry.
All right. Then our first
Danger
job
is kind
to
of how we
investigate
go.
where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp. I figure we can start by talking to him.
Yeah, that's a fair idea. Oh my god. My scroll wheel isn't working right. Thank you for healing.
Yo, you must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh no, not another one!
So calm down.
Yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember? I need your help.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident.
Okay, that's good.
So anyway, here's what happened. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way.
Yeah.
But this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they took my things and they started coming for me.
Huh? That's totally uncalled for.
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was going to be the one to finish me off. But instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go. Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me. But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe. I never want to set foot outside of here again.
Well, you are kind of a traveling merchant, I think you mentioned.
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's life. Or something like that.
Ugh, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active in the Tatarasuna area.
Lovely!
You weren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against—
don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
Okay.
I hope my family...
Rise!
Fly away, we'll fly away. There's a kid here. Why is there a kid there?
They gotta pass through here sometime. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be...
Yeah, things might get a little rough. Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. All right, it's go time.
Okay, not the Fatui.
Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later.
Order guide you.
Finally. Let's get down to business.
Gather!
Boom! Starball!
This is order.
To the ferry.
Let's roll! Who wants
to the ferry?
Oops. You got this, Dad.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
I know who you are.
Okay.
From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our... But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way.
Naruto
but
and
you don't even
Sasuke
care,
again.
do you?
Yeah, fair.
Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society.
Okay, and?
But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you contribute to human society? You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Huh! You wouldn't know how if you tried.
He fought tooth and nail to try and keep them from taking that goddamn vision away. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about,
You're a
Takia.
disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you. But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society?
Of course not. You guys disappeared on him.
We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride, we had nothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain.
Sir, there are better ways to go about it than frickin' stealing.
That's what matters most to me.
Yeah, and besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
You make a good point. But Arataki Ito's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni.
Except it has.
Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process. He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryo Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on. Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are! Seize them!
Oh no! It's the Tenryo Commission!
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Hey! Hey! He got away! Uh-oh, we need to get out of here too!
They've got us surrounded.
Can't get... Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission, or they'll be after you too.
Battle formation!
Attaboy!
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Ito.
Never!
Get that
It's showtime!
Soldiers, quick! I must withdraw. won't forget this.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryo Commission sent so many. But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my... Nope. All that would do is send them after our blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do?
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryo butt.
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without us? Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go! Hey, I told you to stay out of this.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time. Go, do what you gotta do, boss.
All right then. Watch yourselves. As soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you. Come on, you two. Time to roll.
Okay. That works.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go around.
Yeah.
Run for it, boss.
You guys are fucking stupid.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? They're all I've got for now.
I am trying to find footprints to follow. Okay. Oh, here they are.
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? At least we know we're headed the right way. A wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company.
Look at you, boozhound.
Say no more.
Solidify.
I will have order. My blade.
Gather.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Let's investigate. They couldn't have just disappeared into thin air.
Way to find out, yes, they did.
Yes! Alright. I think we just found their hideout. This is gonna be where they keep all the...
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there as well.
Huh? Fire away? Of course I did. Come on. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his idea. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two talking about?
Nah. Start. I'll finish this story mission up, and then I'll end the stream. Let's go.
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. All the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
Finally, How's this? To the ferry.
No problemo.
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Crumble! Finally,
That's unfortunate. I fell off.
It's my lucky day. Yeah. There's more. Stabilize. There's more. Going somewhere.
Starfall!
Let's roll.
To the ferry. Finally, to the ferry.
I love how much damage gets put out here.
Rise. To the ferry.
There we go. I have no idea what that was supposed to do. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be over here yet. I gotta go up the stairs. I love this music. Interesting. Alright, let me go ahead and change the thing here. Alright, there we go.
Solidify!
Look at all the people locked up in here.
They must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get them out of here.
Quake! Say no more! This is order.
You messed up.
Yeah.
Attaboy! Who wants some of this?
Wait.
Okay, that one hurt.
How's this? Finally,
All right, you're all free to go now.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy?
Calm down, dear. We don't...
But...
Oh, you must be...
Yes, that's right. Have you seen him? Where is...
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you where on the map. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank...
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respecting guy who saw another person...
Really? Just one little compliment and...
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything for money. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Would they really do it?
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head, has always shielded us, so... Oh, in fact, his horns look just like the ones this guy had.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. Are you a friend of his?
Relative, I guess.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heart...
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
I'm glad to hear that.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hands. Anyway, you should scram.
Yes, thanks again.
Huh. A child that made some poor choices.
I know,
anyway,
right?
Let's get going, while we still have time.
Let's see, I came in this way. There's a chest here. There should be another one of those things that I can shut down somewhere. Oh no, this is the way that I came from. Yeah, because this is how I entered the room. Okay, so it's probably down here. Ah. Raises that. I'm supposed to go that way. There's nothing over there, technically. I wonder. Nope.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Shame!
order. My blade! Boom!
Starfall!
My blade! Finally, I see no more!
my sword!
This is order.
Bully this guy.
Stabilize. Let's roll.
Crumble apart!
Gather. Attaboy. Oni coming through.
Bet you think you've won, don't ya?
Mm-hmm. That's because we have.
So now I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Uh-huh.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
No, I think I understand what it is. He hits the one Oni, and both Onis feel it.
You better stay where you are and let me finish. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of a mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke. Yeah, the whole hideout is rigged with explosives and ready to blow.
That's nice.
You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though, you're gonna be... You've had your fun. My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's... But when did you...
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing anything.
Why, you... And now you're going to betray me?
You're one to talk.
I like
What about
how
burying
his
everyone here?
freaking
If you
pig
ask me,
thing
that sounds like
is
you've already
behind the
betrayed our
traveler
group, no?
instead of him.
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great. Because I'm done listening. Ah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or...
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just calm.
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't... Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now. Take everyone here and...
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! Just get out of... This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone.
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
All right, then you tell me. What am I supposed to do? I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can... I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is between us blue Oni. But you... If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly.
They're here. We won't let them slip away this...
Uh-oh, there's...
A Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind... You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Huh? It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am. How are you ever gonna report back without Cap...
Stop fooling around, Ito.
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni. And giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You wanna be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride. The blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new beginning. We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over.
Oh no.
But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya!
Incoming. He got a corner, didn't he?
I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them. Hey,
But I wasn't able to turn off the other one. With the other statue.
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve! Ah, shut up, would ya?
We managed to save everyone! What about Ito and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're alright.
Yeah, let's just wait a little longer.
Look! It's Ito and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
We didn't want to make things too easy for you.
Why would you do this for me? I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need. I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help...
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was in vain. It's only because of them that we have survived to see today, and built a world where Oni and humans can live. Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but... in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
That's just how I roll, man. You remember the pack, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru? Well, he's colorblind. Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But...
don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking. Takuya, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest for forceful seizure of people and property. All stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
No, please don't! Without those goods, they'll...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belong to us anyway. Don't worry. I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryo Commission officers.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Oh, right, yeah,
That's what they get for resisting the Tenryo.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation?
Man, now's your chance to clean
Yeah,
up
I know
your
the
act.
drill. This isn't my first time. And it probably won't be my last.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too.
Yeah, you're not taking us in, though.
Given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case, we won't press charges this time.
Sorry for the trouble.
Hey, wait! Unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal or something?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Because I was gonna say, you know, like, I'm kind of a big deal myself. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
That one was worth it. That one was worth the story.
Well, he's weird.
Yeah, but aren't we all? And weird is good. You buggin'.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Ito.
So, did they take Uncle Ito away?
Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance to see him again. He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us, and he's awesome!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment. I can't wait for my next beetle fight with Uncle Ito.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that Ito and his friends will be released as quickly as possible.
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryou Commission will certainly exercise sound judgment.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Yay.
I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. Things were... As for the Blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny like myself can do, it's caring for others.
Do you need our help?
No. Go on ahead. I'm sure you have other adventures beckoning. Besides, once Ito is released, he'll be here to help me. Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes him adorable.
Whoa.
Wouldn't you agree?
Hey, Digi! Didn't expect to see you in the chat.
He does whatever he puts his mind to. He's sincere,
How's it going?
brave, and determined. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed.
It's good.
They started calling
same old,
me
same old.
Granny Oni.
Still working for the same store, still well, I'm not doing the same job I used to. I do deliveries now. But, yeah, still streaming.
But I've never been ashamed of this name. On the contrary, I'm quite proud of it. Because Ito
is my pride and joy. Very nice.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the Blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the Crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the Blue Oni back home. The Crimson Oni didn't know where to find the Blue Oni. His search took him up the
Affixed to the
highest
fairy tale.
mountains and across the widest rivers.
And I honestly like these.
He found many traces of the Blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The Blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the Blue Oni had once done, the Crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Owl, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Owl. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The Blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the Blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance.
Aww.
Suddenly, he jumped. The Crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
That's great. To be continued. Yeah, when he finally gets out. Alright. I think that's enough. It's going rather badly. Been forced to resign from my job due to mental health decline. Family is at war with one another. Fuck, that sucks. I hope things turn for the better. Okay. But that is all for today. Because I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Figured I'd head down to Florida, stay with Mom for a while, make sure she's okay. But I'm dangerously low on Muns, so I created coffee to hopefully boost Muns. Yeah, it's very hard to get that. Alright. Window within a window. I'm gonna have to mute my stream. There we go. Alright. Alright, we have the media monger, Auburn, Koenig. Let's go ahead and invade on the media monger. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Just the infinite me's. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully everything turns around for the better for you guys. I'm sorry you're having such rough days. So, bye!